where it began. I can't begin to knowing, but then I know it's growing strong. Wasn't the spring, and spring became the summer.
All right, we're here in the Red Sox dugout getting ready for the Sox to take on the Baltimore Orioles. He looks good in red. One of the veterans on this ball club this season. They're going into the season with high hopes. With the Seattle Mariners a few years back, you guys won, I think, 116 games. Close to going to the playoffs. That damn Roger Clemens got in your way. You know, what is it?
World Series we just didn't go to. That was it. It was Roger Clemens in the ALCS.
And so you know how hard it is to get that far, and you were able to get that far, and now you're with a team that legitimately has a chance to get that far. What does it mean to you to, before the end of your career, get a World Series ring?
Well, you know, long term or the progression of thinking, that would be ideal or a dream, so to speak. But, you know, can't get too far ahead of ourselves because, you know, the mind is, you know, to think like a champion. You really try to take each day to day, and understand that, you know, what you're thinking is the progression to get better as a unit each and every day, building up to the start of the season, try to get off to a good start and make a good run. And hopefully everybody stays healthy and play well. So there's so many variables to doing well, and we're just trying to work towards that goal right now.
You came back from abdominal surgery. How is your recovery going? Do you feel 100%? If you had to put a percentage number on it, how are you feeling right now today? I
don't really place numbers on me. I feel pretty good. Dealing with a little bit of patellar tendonitis, but other than that, man, where I had the surgery at, still gaining strength, getting stronger, but I'm able to go out and compete, and that's probably the best thing that's going for me right now. I'm able to compete.
If you look at this team on paper, it doesn't seem you guys have a whole lot of weaknesses. Defensively, you're good. Pitching's good. Bullpen's good. But you never want to, like you said, go into a season feeling too confident. If you had some things to work on this team, where do you think is there a weakness, and where would it be?
Right now, you know, the most important thing is just the strength of the health. The players are really good. It's just a matter of us coming together and understanding that the challenge that we're up against every day, to go out and knowing that people are going to be after, you know, the Boston Red Sox, because that's the title that's been placed on us. You know, as players, we don't really think about that. Everybody's trying to get themselves ready to go out and compete for a 162-game season in one of the toughest divisions, and no better way than doing that than to try to supply your mind with execute the basics on a day-to-day basis.
I do sports talk radio, and constantly I get callers that say, oh, these guys shouldn't have anything to complain about. They make millions of dollars and they're playing a kid's game. My response to that is, it's a long season. Imagine if you had to show up at work 162 days in the sun and the media on top of you. Explain exactly to the people that don't think it's a tough job. I'm sure it's great. You make good money, you get to play a game, but it's also work as well. Explain how hard you guys work out there.
Well, you make the reason why we're able to do what we do, because, you know, there's only 700 people in the world that do this, and, you know, ain't too many people can do it. That's why you get paid a lot of money. A lot of people, you know, I mean, it's easy to do from a couch, but when you stand in that box at 60 foot 6 inches and you don't have no clue what the guy's throwing, and he's throwing about 95 miles an hour, and you know he can put the ball where he wants to put it at, and on top of that, the fact of the matter is that you got less than a second to put a good swing on the ball, then people will understand. But the ultimate thing about baseball players is that we play 162 games in 183 days, 186 days, so have you. But the sacrifice comes in. Nobody ever thinks about the family part of it. You know, the sacrifice that we make over 6 months, course of the year, to go out here and play this great kids game. To do it for a lot of money. But on top of that, man, you know, we get a joy out of it. I don't think there's really not too many players that play for the money, man. It's the competition that you get a chance to go out and be good to help your team to be successful. And I think that's probably one of the most important things.
You talk about kids. You have children, right? How many?
I got 4.
And how often in a season do you get to see them? Like, what's the longest you go without seeing your kids?
Well, it's been about 3 weeks now.
Wow.
Because, you know, they have their own lives. I got teenagers. I got a teenager, 14, 11, 9, and 2. So, you know, they starting to have their own lives. There was a point in time where, you know, my longevity has kind of created that. And obviously, you know, I'm looking forward to that when it's over. But you miss a lot of things that go on personally or whatever. But that's part of the sacrifice that we make as players.